Welcome back to the next episode for Victoria 2, Heart of Darkness, with Persia. During the last little bit of gameplay, I managed to conquer quite a bit up here in the north. We took out Bukhara, and then we took out a piece of Kokand here. And it probably won't be long before you go after Khiva or Kalat, or maybe Sind or Punjab over here eventually. And more or so, it's almost time to Westernize. Right now, though, lots of infamy, so it's time to basically burn that down a little bit. So we're basically just going to wait here, get 5,000 points of research. And apparently Al Rif. Okay. Alright, so something knows that every so often you're going to possibly get these US, or you are going to you will probably get these USA little missives right here. So, basically what this is going on here is that it's talking about like the stuff that's happening in USA regarding like the slaves and like, you know, secession from the Union and stuff like that. At some point, the Confederate States of America is going to spawn, and they're basically going to take a chunk of like, you know, sovereign USA here, the slave states of like United States, and they're basically going to go to war. They'll likely be defeated because they don't really have the CSA, you know, work very well in this game. But it's something that could happen at any given moment. Probably at this point, we're getting close to it. Apparently, over here in the USCA, Nicaragua spawned. I'll know at the start of the game you have like the United States of Central America. Basically, it's like a confederacy like Guatemala, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Honduras. Eventually, there'll be like a whole bunch of rebellions down here, and because the USCA's army is so small, they'll like start losing territories left and right. There's Morocco, Algeria, and all that going on over there. So French are basically taking pieces over here, and the British are taking a piece up there. $3,000 points to go. Oh, looks like Dutch took the little piece of country right there. So, another little piece of, like, you know, slavery thing to Dred Scott versus Sanford. A slave remains a slave. Japan is slowly westernizing over there. I'm losing quite a bit of money over here, so that's kind of a concern. Probably could have this all the way up, so let's drop that back down. My troops are already, you know, they've been fun enough. I don't need to keep them funding them. It's interesting how the alliances are playing out here in this game. And I should probably start coasting up to someone else. Spain's probably possibly good to look into. Spain has a habit of coming over to the Middle East at some point, so... What's my national focus being used for right now? Clergy? Keep doing that. I'm not sure really getting as much clergy here as I could be from other places, so... I'm time to go down here and just, like, you know, get this quickly. I think I'll get more research doing that. Specifically in that region. lots and lots of diplomatic stuff's going on. Let's go to Spain. Got about 2,000 points to go on that. Apparently we got a few wars going on. Oh, there it is, the American Civil War. So there we go. The CSA popped out. Apparently so did British Columbia. So basically over here, basically at this part of the game you have the CSA, this Confederate States of America pop up. They'll grab some random states, usually the Texas state down here and the ones over to like Miami and over here. Looks like they got Nevada as well over here too. So basically, these are all slave-owning states, and like the rest are non-slave owning, and it's a war against slavery. That's what this war's all about. And one of the things about this game is that it's not really done very well. Basically, the CSA never really has a chance in this game to do much because they start with no military at all, while the United States starts with their entire military. So basically, big civil war, but it's not really a big civil war. The United States is going to destroy CSA like no matter what. Venezuela's going after Anaquia, I guess in Colombia. Brazilians are going after their core again. Argentina's going after Alto Paraguay. So basically over here, there's a war for just these cores that Argentina owns. Brazil's going after its core over here. Right there. I think Venezuela is going after a core over here, just a state over here. I'll note that you'll see a lot of wars in South America early on. It'll basically peter out eventually as stuff basically changes hands and like they set into their groove. Just as like the original South America did. Had a bunch of wars and then it all sort of just went away. South America and Brazil by close proximity, they all revolted from the Spanish and Portugal, and then it was the early births of their countries in South America. 1,000 to go. I'm getting there. Well, apparently the CSA is succeeding in a few places. That's interesting. But yeah, the United States will just come here and just annihilate the CSA. Oh, North German Federation formed. So that's the start of the Germans forming their country. Eventually you'll see Germany pop up, and then I can almost guarantee you that Germany will be the strongest country in the world when they do. They get really, really strong. Alright. Boom. So you got industrial construction. That basically raises me up to 100% Westernization process, and boom! Embrace Westernization. Our country is under intellectual assault by modernity and the Western world. In the fields of modern technology, industry, and military fury, the old traditions and institutions no longer serve us as they used to. Everywhere we turn, Western influences spread like wildfire through our nation, our population, and our souls. If we are to remain what we have always been, and not become something else entirely, now is the time to assume control of our own destiny. It has become apparent to elite members of our intellectual elite that the only way to turn the tide of Western Leviathan is to swim with it. For as Sun Tzu says, the reed that bends before the wind also offers a form of resistance. Wagons west. So, we're now a Western nation. Basically, when you Westernize, you become a civilization. And with luck, you'll hopefully pop into one of the great power statuses or the second rank tier guys. I got a little bit to go, but we're gonna get there pretty strong, pretty fast, I think. Now I can basically research technology, which basically lets me, get more technology. So this is what the Western guys start off being able to do. They have technology in all the different fields and such. Basically, once you Westernize, you basically pick up the basics and such. I think what we're gonna do, we're just gonna pick up medicine as fast as possible, I think. So we'll do that. Get the medicine. If we're lucky, we might be able to do a little bit of colonization. You'll see right now, Russia's starting to colonize over here. And I'll basically try and pick up, you know, these like little white spots. This is like the early colonization that Russia can do. And like, you know, they'll go after Siberia at some point. A little bit later when I actually have like, you know, the tech. They can't actually get it with the little tech they've got, but they'll be able to do that. And then Africa will come far, far after. There's also some stuff to colonize up here in Canada too. Both for Russia and for the British. And I'm just going to slowly wait for my info to go down. Also note that I have an international focus point at this point, so I can now have basically 2 guys to throw around. Alright, what's my plan? I'll note, by the way, that because I got that last little thing, I actually got this built up. This is a cement factory. Gonna have to gather all these goods before I can begin. What I'm going to do right now, I'm actually going to encourage some workmen here, I think. Craftsmen. I can't do anything right now for this stuff just yet, but well. Also note that you get a whole lot of reforms that you can basically do for like your nation at this point. So basically I can reform all this stuff. I'm probably going to want to go for voting at some point. Right now I'm an absolute monarchy, so basically there's no voting or anything. But I want to get to this eventually, sooner or later. So that's the technology that's popped up. Technology is basically, these are basically technology that you can just sort of discover. They sort of like help you out after you basically research like the major technology. So you have like major discoveries and major technologies, I guess. Basically you have like the technology things that you can research here, and then from these there's like little bits of like, you know, research you can get, like inventions that you can basically pick up afterwards. Looks like the United Kingdom decided to expand its war with Mexico. Apparently Britain, Brazil, Chile, and Venezuela are going after Mexico. Interesting. You were apparently speared by Brazil. Interesting. Oh, look at that, I'm a secondary power. So, all the way up to rank 13 now, my nation is. That'll usually happen just as soon as you basically hit the civilization process. You'll just jump right up in rank. So now I'm a secondary power. I'm basically behind the great powers in power basically right now. Can I colonize this? I can actually colonize this now. Let's do that. Maybe if I'm lucky I can grab this before Russia does. That'd be cool. I don't think I will, because I'm sure Russia's going to challenge me for it, and I won't be able to do anything about it, because there's no way I can stand up against Russia. Like, you know, that's their military score, here's mine. So yeah, they're about 5 times my power, at least 4 times my power. Yep, they're going for it right now. So, withdraw. No point just bothering with that right there. So basically Russia's going to take all this territory. That usually happens. If you're a little bit quicker on the draw, you can take it, but I didn't really get lucky with technology, so oh well. A little bit too late for it. It happens. And there's Kokan's military, so he has military up in Russia somewhere. Now I've got a truce with him until 1858. So 1858. By the way, I'm making lots of money now. That usually happens as soon as you Westernize, you make more money. So that's great. I should probably dump down these tariffs at this point. But I think I'm going to build a cement factory first before I do that. Then we'll dump it down. Basically, if you basically, you know, if you don't have the inputs for like your factories, you have to buy them from the world market. So I have to basically buy stuff. Oh, you know, I acquired Potosi from Bolivia, I think. I have no idea what just happened there, actually. But yeah, these guys are all at war. Yeah, Kingdom offered peace from Colombia. They acquired their core, so Brazil got bigger. Stuff's happening. And that reminds me, at this point, I really should be, you know, forming alliance or stuff with this guy. Well, he's at max relations. I guess that's good, so nothing to worry about. Relation, opinion, political considerations. I may want to ally with Russia, so let's increase relations up to maximum with him and try and ally Russia. And apparently, you know, people are trying to spear me. So right now, basically, these guys are all bound to try and spear me, and this is like something that you do in this game. Essentially, you have like the great powers, and the great powers have like the ability to like basically form spears. Right now, we got the Russians, you got the Ottomans, and you got the British. They're all trying to spear me all at once. So stuff is happening. Guess we could keep getting friends of Spain too while I'm at it. Awesome. And I'm a little bit off, I guess, because of the infantry here. If my infantry is a little bit lower, basically your infantry will make people not like you as much. So it will give me military access if he wants. Let's do that. So I got military access with Russia, so I can walk wherever I want to now. Hehehe. Basically, I can walk through Russia to like hit like over here or down here, you know, all this sort of stuff. So I really need to walk through Ottoman's Empire. That'll let me get to like the Egypt or, you know, in like the core of Africa. I'm surprised Madagascar has been eaten up by French yet. Usually the French come around and spear Madagascar, and eventually at some point they'll remove them from their spear and go from there. So they annexed Mysore apparently. And I got Hussar! So I'll note that you basically have these different types of like units you can eventually get when you modernize and become like Westernized. Hussars are one of the guys you can make, and they're like basically a type of horseman. So Hussars refer to a number of types of light cavalry which raided in Hungary during the 15th century. The title and distinctive dress of these horsemen was subsequently widely adopted by the light cavalry regiments in European armies. The Hussars played a prominent role as cavalry in the Napoleonic Wars. As light cavalrymen mounted on fast horses, they would be used to fight skirmish battles and for scouting. Basically, they're like, you know, they're hit and run guys. So they're an awesome guy to have. The only problem with them is that the Hussars are really crappy to build. Basically, that's the Hussars right there. They have like high reconnaissance, which basically lets you siege faster and do other stuff. You also have the dragoons in like the curious areas here as well. And it's time for you to go elsewhere. Now, at this point, it'd probably be a good idea to make sure I have my efficiency as high as possible in these places. Which it is, more or less. I don't think I can really get this stuff higher, which is unfortunate, but oh well. What's my plan next? It's too early for me to really industrialize, and that's something you can really do. You can like try and build factories and stuff. I'm building one factory, but I mean, I just sort of building it because, you know, it's just something I could build. I'll try and get running, and I'll try and do my best to do that, but what to do, really? Apparently I have 20 capitalists in Persia. Okay, what am I allowed to do with the Shah's faction? I have interventionism, protectionism, pluralism. Okay, so I need to basically think about what I want to do with my basically sort of navigate my capitalists a little bit here. They can try building stuff, and as you can see, they're trying to build a whole lot of stuff right here. They're trying to build a winery, a steel factory, a fabric factory, a liquor distillery. Lots of good stuff. Fars Kerman. Where's my regions? Lots of regions of Persia at this point. So here's Fars Kurzman. It has some iron, it has some fruit, it has opium, cotton. Nice little mix of stuff here. I wonder. The winery basically, I think, takes inputs of, oh, what is it? Fruit, glass to make wine. I think that's how it works. Liquor takes wheat and glass to make beer. Steel factory, that takes coal and iron. I probably won't bother with that. And then fabric factory. I'm basically looking at Fars Kerman and Tabriz as possible things to fund, because those might be interesting stuff to basically build. Those are actually usually very powerful to build on, those type of factories, because beer and wine, those are big selling points for people in this game for a reason. So where's Tabriz? Tabriz is up here. Oh, I do have coal. Well, I do have coal. That's great. So I have a little bit of coal. I have lots of lumber, too. It's not the greatest thing, I think, but I might go try and help the guy here with the wine. But really, what I should be doing is building a glass factory, and that would be something I should build maybe up over here. In a place of coal, Tabriz. Oh, look at that. I have lots of coal. I literally have coal in all these places over here. I have some good population in Tabriz, too. Got some immoral business as well. That sucks. Well, I'm going to have to increase my my administration budget so I can basically root out the crime. So we'll do that. I think at this point we're going to start saving a little bit of money. We're going to drop down military a little bit. I'm going to keep my education up as high as possible, but I think that's what we'll keep my sliders at for now. But yeah, basically it's a big thing that you basically sort of figure out what you're going to do with your guys. And I think what I'm going to do over here, we're just going to go to Tabriz. I'm going to actually focus on building glass factories, I think. So, like glass, wine, and liquor. That's what I want to go after. Lots of coal. Let's try this. We're going to go here. I'm just going to get these guys to try and build a glass factory. So we'll encourage this. I think how this works, encourage consumer goods. Basically, this will make it so it encourages them to build factories that are related to glass, wine, or liquor. I'd love to do it myself, and oh, that's been built. Very nice. So It looks like they built up this factory. This is basically a cement factory. They produce cement. Cement's important for building factories, other factories. It's not very profitable at the moment, but hopefully it'll get more profitable as time goes on. Alright, we're not getting any input from these guys, so here's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm gonna go to politics, and this is something you can do. You can, as an absolute monarchy, you can basically change the faction or power you basically want to make use of. I'm basically gonna jump to the nationalist faction. This will let me basically build whatever factories I want. So now I can build my own factories. I only have one province I can build factories in. Why is that? I should be able to build factories over here. Yeah, I can build factories. Okay, so over here I basically want to build a glass factory, and glass factories will basically let me build what I need to basically build liquor. Plus, because I'm building it in a place of coal, it should have a boost to its productivity. So we'll build that right there. And we're just going to get this guy to basically try and encourage that stuff. We'll leave this stuff on the back burner for now. I'll get to it later. A little bit of factory management. That's fine. Nope, Anarcho was in Krakow. There we go, I can justify new war. Damn, I got another conquest. I'll note, by the way, at this point, I can have a whole lot cheaper wars with the guys now that are basically uncivilized. One of the things about the civilization is that they can go to war with like the uncivilized very, very easily. What's happening here? Khorasan's got people. Right, because I'm trying to get them for this. That makes sense. But yeah, basically, if I want to, I can go to war for cheaper concessions with a lot of these places. Like Kuwait here, if I went to war with them, it should be basically a very simple 10. Let me go try and find someone who's a simple country. Abu Dhabi. If I was to go to war with Abu Dhabi, damn it, why is everyone so happy with me? Tunis, you're still alive. Alright, if I was to go to war with Tunis, one of the things I can do is like establish a protector because it's a very small country. So it only costs me basically 10 infantry basically to go after those guys. If Koken, I can go after them if I want to, and I think I might just sort of chew them apart. Can demand stuff from Kiva. I might go after Kuwait. Notice that my military score will jump up at this point, so... Thoughts and thoughts and thoughts for what to do next. Diplomacy will be one thing I'll be doing next. Well, they're apparently liking me a little bit more. Am I speared yet? Well, they're both friendly now, these guys. Basically, the Ottomans and the Russians are trying to spear me at the same time. And apparently, the UK has offered me alliance. Okay. So I'll boost up my relations with them to maximum. Hey, look at me, military access too. Cool. So now if I want to, I can walk through British lands to wherever I want to. That's very useful. I could hit Burma for... not Burma. I could hit Oh. I can't really hit anyone, but I can walk through British lands if I want to. And I just heard a doorbell, so you know what? I Westernized, that's pretty much what I want to do. I did a little bit of early industry stuff. I'll see you guys, you know, in the following episodes. For now, this will be it for this one.